So I'll bet you didn't know that Jehovah's Witnesses, the organization, actually has a butt crack, did you? Isn't that amazing? You know, I mentioned that out in service one time, that it's like, well, you know, the scriptures there in, what is it, 1 Corinthians, is it 12, 13, 14? I think it's 14, isn't it, that talks about the body, that the congregation is like a body with hands, arms, head, legs, feet, and it talks about the more prominent parts of the body versus the not so prominent parts of the body, you know. And so, let's see, I believe is it chapter 12? Yeah, body members. There you go. For the body indeed is not one member, but many. If the foot should say, because I am not a hand, I am no part of the body, is that for that reason no part of the body? And if the ear should say, because I am not an eye, I am no part of the body, it is not for the reason no part of the body. The whole body were an eye, where would the sense of hearing be? Blah, blah, blah. So we're many members, right? And it, you know, it's talking about the there you go, verse 23. And the parts of the body which we think to be less honorable, these we surround with more abundant honor. And so our unseemly parts have the more abundant comeliness. There you go, right there. Does the congregation have an armpit? A section that's an armpit? How about that stinky armpit? Huh? How about in between your toes? Not so comely, is it? Well, I think that verse 23 just said that, didn't it? Not so comely. How about the stinky bad breath in the mouth? Who's that? What part of the congregation is that? Is there a whole congregation that could be represented by the stinky mouth? How about the crud between your teeth? It's part of the body. Now, what about the anus? Exactly, honey. You see, Jehovah's Witnesses have a butt crack. It's an embarrassing part of the body, and that's where I fell. And nobody wants to acknowledge it. And so that's why I say that I'm a left-wing Christian, okay? I'm in the abused section. Maybe you're one of these who's in the section that's never seen a rough time in your life because you were born in the truth, been coddled all your life, you've never had any problems, no serious problems. You married a brother who was spiritual too, you had spiritual kids, you've never seen a rough time. Maybe you never will. Well, goody for you. When I came into the truth, they handed me a scorpion. They handed me they had their hungry pet lion chasing after me. Their pack of wolves. You see, because I had to endure an extremely humiliating situation. And if you've seen my videos, you've heard about it. An extremely humiliating situation, so humiliating that I've kept it under my hat for all these years. Where's my hat? I've kept it under my hat because it's just too embarrassing. Because it's like, how could you be so stupid to do something like that? And then once I start digging and, pulling stuff out from underneath the rug, I realized that it's not me who was stupid. I was victimized. You know, I have a perfectly good excuse for why it happened to me. Why I fell down into the society's butt crack. Do you want me to show you mine? I'll spread it open for you and let you see the humiliation that they put me through. Now it's their turn. Now we're going to see the society's butt crack. Enjoy it. You deserve the humiliation just as much as I have. Hope you're liking it. This is not about pornography, and this is not about being disgusting. This is about fact and truth, that when you don't cover up a hole, like it said back there in Exodus, under the law, that if you're going to leave a hole wide open for somebody to fall down into it because you didn't cover it up, like if your neighbor's goat falls down into a hole under the law, you are in big trouble. Well, that's what they did to me. They left a hole wide open. In fact, it was a great big field with one mine in it. And you know what they did? They told my ex, before we were married, they told him where it was. And they let him coax me over to that mine, to that hole that they dug. And they let him push me in it. Because nobody helped me. Nobody spoke up and said, "You're headed for a crash." That simple. ABCs, baby. I never was stupid. It was somebody else who was stupid. I'm going to bend over and I'm going to show you my butt crack. Yeah. You want to see? There you go. That's the Society's butt crack. Thank you for your attention to detail.